host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Now, we have 13 undrafted free agents. Who will make the team? Now, there's one guy in particular, this guy here in the thumbnail right here, who supposedly is pretty high. I mean, quite possibly should have even been drafted. But, you know, the Giants scooped him up. The Giants want to bring in quite a few wide receivers as well, too. But, you know, we didn't draft any wide receivers. But, yeah, so the Giants, you know, any of these undrafted free agents make the team. Let's see. So here we got this one right here, right? This one, the Giants signed an undrafted free agent that the rest of the NFL made a mistake not selecting in the 2025 NFL Draft. Giants added 7 players in the draft, with the class being headlined, obviously, by Carter and Dart. Since the 7th round of the draft, the Giants have added multiple intriguing undrafted players to finalize their rookie class. One in particular, many believed, was good enough to hear his name called in the draft. From South Carolina. Giants signed South Carolina cornerback O'Donnell Fortune after he went undrafted in the 2025 NFL Draft. So I like this. We're adding to the secondary. Now, once again, you know, it's it's like bringing in an offensive lineman, right? Yeah, if you can ever pick up an offense like a diamond in the rough, undrafted, and he makes the team, it's like, you know, fantastic. If you can have somebody in the secondary, especially a cornerback, so you know they make some money, right? Or like a wide receiver, right? Victor Cruz, right? They make some money, right? So if you get one of those diamonds in the rough, one of those positions, man, that's huge, absolutely huge. But O'Donnell Fortune began his college career at South Carolina in 2020. His first real year of production came in 2022, with him appearing in 9 games, making 2 starts and recording 2 interceptions, one of which he returned 100 yards for a touchdown against Notre Dame. In 2023, he saw his playing time increase significantly, with him starting 10 of 11 games he appeared in. And he finished his career with 13 starts in 2024. He finished his career with 7 interceptions, all recorded over the past 3 years. He finished the best year of his collegiate career with 3 interceptions and 6 pass deflections. His ball skills improved each year as his role at South Carolina increased. He is aggressive in his pursuit of disrupting a pass and hauling in interceptions. He has had solid size for a cornerback at 6'1", but he's a little on the slender side of 189. So, you know, it's 190. At least he's bigger than Cordell Flott. I mean, Flott is like a beanpole. And he is a modest athlete at best. So perhaps if he was a better athlete, I'm sure he probably would have been drafted. To succeed at the next level, I think he needs to play in a heavy zone scheme, which would allow him to keep his eyes on the quarterback and not have to try and run step for step with a wide receiver in main coverage. So a lot of that is what Bowen tries to do. So that's good. Giants quarterback room added Paulson and Debo in free agency, but they are expected to have multiple brutal training camp battles to make the roster at the position. Now Fortune joins the mix, and his stellar ball skills make him an intriguing option to earn a spot on the Giants' 53-man roster. So keep an eye out for him. And his ability to make plays on the ball translates to the NFL level. He will make the rest of the league look foolish for passing on him. So once again, if you can grab a diamond in the rough, would be fantastic for these undrafted free agents. So now we got Giants undrafted free agents with the best chances to make an impact. All right, so the first one I said was the cornerback O'Donnell Fortune, Carolina. The next one is Collins, wide receiver. Collins from Notre Dame, my school. After spending the first few years at Clemson, Collins transferred to Notre Dame for his final year of college ball. Production fell off for Collins. Is one of the country's least impressive passing offenses. Yeah, partially due to the scheme, but also brought Riley Leonard's inconsistent play. Yeah, I don't even know how I love me some Notre Dame. That's my team, but I have no idea how they made the championship game. Their offense was just not very super spectacular last season. I don't even know how they only lost by 11 points. They were within 8 points with like a minute to go. Their offense was just not super spectacular. Had they had the players that Ohio State did, it would have been a little bit different story. But at 6'3", 201 pounds, Collins has the size to line up on the outside at the next level and latch on as a bottom of the roster receiver or practice squad candidate. His game is apparent weaknesses, such as his inability to create separation consistently and his struggle with drop issues, but the drops are a correctable issue. Yes, they are. I like the way Collins runs routes with varied tempo. If the drop issues get cleared up, he's worth at least a practice squad opportunity. Then they got, interesting here, Montreal edge Jeremiah, I guess it's Ojo. Many Giant followers, including me, have never heard of Jeremiah Ojo. That's me too. Before his signing with the team as an undrafted free agent. Still, he's a guy that we might want to familiarize ourselves with. So he's an edge rusher. Coming from Canada. I guess maybe the Montreal Alouettes, maybe? There's a noticeable difference to the level of talent he faced throughout his career. But one thing that translates globally is athleticism. You got that right. Ojo dominated in the CFL combine and put up testing numbers that would have had him in the top 10 for almost every athletic test. However, he's not just a combine warrior. When you turn on his film, you see that Ojo plays like a true athlete. Ojo will need a lot of development, and he's short for an NFL edge rusher. But his athletic traits are intriguing enough to give him a shot there and maybe even a look as an off-ball linebacker. Cool. All right, so then we got, these are the Giants' 13 undrafted free agents. Who has the best shot to make the team? All right, so now you got Daquan Felton, wide receiver from Virginia Tech. As I said, the Giants brought in a lot of wide receivers. Then we got Collins, wide receiver from Notre Dame. Now, Felton is 6'4", 214 pounds, so he's got some nice size to him. Felton has an upside as a third-level threat. Brugler said. But he needs to refine his route running and finishing skills to capitalize on his physical advantages. Now we got, of course, I said, Collins, 6'3", 201 pounds. But once again, one thing that the Giants do quite a bit, the RAS scores are like off the charts. Collins' RAS score is a 9.09, which is off the charts. Fantastic. Antoine, I guess it is. Another wide receiver, Wells Jr. from Ole Miss. He's 6 foot tall. If you're the Giants and you just drafted Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart, why not also pick up one of Dart's favorite targets? 6 foot tall, 201 pound Wells struggled to maintain a high level of play in his lone year at Ole Miss, but he still finished with 28 receptions, 553 yards, which is almost 20 yards of reception. It's like 19 yards of reception, and 6 touchdowns he's had. Then, of course, we got cornerback O'Donnell Fortune from South Carolina. Then we got safety Makari Page from Michigan. I wonder if they called up Wink. Hey, Wink, how's Page doing? How's your? Hey, Wink. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Good talking to you. And he took off the offensive lineman Jason Williams from Youngstown State. Giants didn't spend a lot on their offensive line this season. but they did add a lot of depth pieces behind the returning starting five, so it'll be a tough road for the 6'3", 298-pound Williams to make the team. It's also worth noting that Giants drafted Purdue's Marcus and Bo in the 5th round, right? But Jordan Bly, another wide receiver from Gardner Webb. He's 5'10", 175 pounds. Another cornerback, Delancey, R.J. Delancey from Wisconsin. Tight end, Jermaine Terry II from Oregon State. Another safety, Tommy McCormick from Idaho. So, there's Belton, right? You got Newman, right? You got Holland. But, we certainly could use some good depth behind those guys. So, and you're not even sure if Belton's going to be around much longer anyway. So we'll have to wait and see. But the Giants certainly could use some depth at safety. That is for sure. So we got Tommy McCormick from Idaho. McCormick finished his collegiate career with 273 tackles, including 9 tackles for loss, 7 interceptions, 24 passes defense. 6 foot tall, 211 pounds. Another wide receiver, Dalen Cambry from Louisiana, 5'11", 189. Let's see, Cambry once again, athletic freak, 9.18 on his RAS score, which is once again off the charts. Anything over a 9 is fantastic. He scored a 9.18 RAS out of a possible 10. This ranked 313th out of 3,815 wide receivers from 1987 to 2025. So nothing else. The Giants wind up taking these guys are athletes. We took Baker, a running back from Elon. Cool. Let's see. 5'10", 218 pounds. So not super tall, but almost 220 pounds. He's about the same size and all makeup as Cam Scatterboo. Right? Cam's a little bit shorter, but they both weigh about the same. And then we finally got a linebacker, Trace Ford from Oklahoma. Similar to the running back room, there's not a ton of need for depth at the outside linebacker. Giants group is officially stacked. They were already highly invested in the position, right? Now there's a talented trio to rotate along with quality veteran depth that makes 6'2", 249-pound Ford's path to a roster spot almost the most difficult of the Giants' undrafted free agents. So, but hey, you never know. Absolutely. Once again, one of those things you never know. But you always bring these guys in, and especially if you can find find like a diamond in the rough. Boy, I'll tell you what. You find some place for the guy.
Thank you.